Okay, back in the sunroom today. Uh, so today I was thinking about junior developers, or people who want to get into code, and there's definitely a fear that AI is coming for their job, what have you. And I'm not going to turn it into that. It's a long conversation when it comes to AI. There's a lot of opinions. I use it every day, but I think AI is going to be, if you're a junior developer or any sort of developer, it doesn't matter. AI is part of your tool set now. I mean, unless your company is absolutely against it, you have to embrace AI. It's like a carpenter without a hammer. That's what AI is going to be for you. And it's not a terrible thing. I think it's possible to get lazy. Like if there's something that you could get done yourself more quickly, instead of iterating, trying to get the AI to do it, go do it. You're a developer. That's your job. Go do the work. The AI is no substitute for knowing your craft or improving your craft. And I have found, and this is the way I tend to use, and when I say AI, I'm talking about using like Copilot built into Visual Studio. If you're using Claude from Anthropic, the AI built into the IDE. I don't think you're doing actual development when you're just plugging prompts into or questions into a ChatGPT like interface, and then kind of copying the code out. That's not how you use a hammer, right? So you got to go and make it part of your tool set. So make sure it's part of the IDE. But AI is a phenomenal pair programmer. It can take grunt work out, things that could take, an hour for you to wire up. It can wire up in minutes. Quick API controllers, things like that, templated stuff. But what it's also really good at is asking questions about your code base. And this is something that every developer can use, and especially junior developers who can actually put it in a like a teaching mode. Prompt it to change its persona to be more of a code explainer than a code writer. Tell me about this code base. Tell me what this function does. These agents can the Copilot like solutions can help you understand the code so much more quickly than you ever could have without than you ever could have, really. Documentation is hard to come by anyway, so the fact that this can look through a code base and in plain English explain how the code is flowing, and you can ask it like, hey, does this kind of thing happen anywhere else in the code base? You couldn't ask that generally. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. But you generally couldn't ask any other developer on your team, can you show me everywhere else in code that this sort of thing happens? Even the super programmers, even the guy who lives in the corner, that only comes out, to use the restroom, and the rest of the time, lives in his office. Even that guy can't have the context of the entire code base instantly accessible, indexed, etc. in their head and answer questions about it for you. So you will be more productive if you embrace AI as a tool, as a collaborative partner, and you'll be so much more efficient than you ever thought you possibly could be. And again, as with any tool that has automation, don't use it as a crux, and I think you'll really enjoy it. All right, that's my AI rant of the day. I'm sure I will have many of them. I'm now GitHub Copilot certified. Ooh, I have the official Microsoft certification. But it's always cool talking about AI. So yeah, ciao.